Hey there, it's Diane Forrester, and welcome to I Have Today, where we talk about the art of intentional living. And this show inspires, empowers, and educates you through life's transitions. I am so excited about today's show. I have a very, very special guest that's coming in the studio with me today. His name is Michael Lozier, and he is actually Oprah's go-to law of attraction guy. I'm going to talk about more of that, and Michael will talk about more of that when he comes on the show. So today, what we're talking about is how to manifest everything you want easily and effortlessly by learning how Michael teaches and uses the law of attraction. He's got an incredible story, amazing books, so much more exciting stuff that's coming out. So if you are a student of the law of attraction and maybe you're not manifesting as much or as fast as you would like to, today's episode is definitely for you. So first, let me tell you where you can find I Have Today. We're hosted on the E360 television network, and it's an over-the-top platform where we are live. We're also simulcasting live right now on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. Both of those are called I Have Today with Diane Forster. So mark your calendar, because every Monday at 11:03 a.m. Pacific time, we go live. And if you want to interact and engage, ask questions, how would you like Michael to coach you today on law of attraction? He also does emotion code work too. So we're going to be doing all kinds of fun things. So how would you like the opportunity to do that? The place you would do that is on my Facebook page at I Have Today with Diane Forster. So wherever you're tuning in from right now, hop on over there. But then we're available on demand on Apple, on Amazon Fire, on Roku, on Android, and wherever E360 TV is available for you. So, and if you prefer to listen to podcasts, I also have this show as a podcast called I Have Today with Diane Forster. So wherever you find us, do me a favor, subscribe, rate, review, follow. It means the world to me. When you do that, it allows us to get this work and these messages out to more and more people. So that just would mean so much to me if you would spread the word and not keep us a secret. So, all right. So one of the things that we do, and good morning, Coach Ron Tunick. I see you hopped over to Facebook Live and you're here. Oh, I hope you are ready for today's show. All right. So what we do here is we do an intention statement every single week on this show, because the show is all about the art of intentional living. So our intention statement for today is, I have today to manifest everything I want easily and effortlessly. I have today to manifest everything I want easily and effortlessly. How would you like that to be your truth? Well, here's what we do. Every week, my amazing team makes a beautiful graphic with our weekly intention statement on it. And where you can find those and get access to those is on my Instagram account at Diane Forster Official. Diane Forster Official. Go there and give me a follow over there. And then on my profile, you'll see a button that's called wallpapers, and they're all there. They're beautiful. This week's intention statement is already there. And what I want you to do is take a screenshot of that and then use it as your screensaver for the week, so that every time you look at your phone, you're going to see this intention statement. I have today to manifest everything I want easily and effortlessly. And as Michael is going to talk about today with the power of NLP and using visuals, the way we learn, this is how you make changes in your life. So what's going to happen is you're going to see this every time you look at your phone, on average 150 times a day. And it'll start to get programmed into your subconscious. You'll start to believe it. That's why we do this for you. That's how intentional we are. So check those out. Use it as your screensavers and allow yourself to start actually believing it. So excited about that. So that's our intention statement today. So one thing I wanted to do is, I have a segment where I call that we call magical manifestation moments, where I share magical manifestation moments I've experienced, and then we give you the opportunity to send in yours. But today I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to wait until Michael's in studio with me, because I want him to hear these stories, because there's a backstory why I want him to hear them, because he and I did a little work together a couple weeks ago, and some things have been shifted in my life. I'm so excited to share this with all of you. So I hope you feel the energy, how exciting and fun this is going to be. So I don't want us to wait a moment longer. I want you to stay till the end of the show, because I always end the show with a powerful mantra meditation based on everything that we talked about. I want you leaving this episode feeling better, more confident, more inspired in your life at the end of the show than you did at the beginning. So make sure you stay till the end. And I'm going to bring we're going to have Michael in the studio in just a moment. But first, let's hear a word from our sponsor, the Spifter. This week's episode of I Have Today is brought to you by the Spifter. The Spifter is a fun sifting spoon that makes cooking, baking, and decorating with sugars and spices so much fun. No more mess or wasting your spices. It's fast, clean, and easy. Everything looks and tastes delicious. It's also great for straining loose tea, getting pesky broken cork out of your wine glass, and draining liquid off food like olives and capers. Whether you're a novice cook or a gourmet chef, you'll love the results. The Spifter, the kitchen gadget that no kitchen should be without. Well, hello, Michael Lozier. How are you today?
Hello, I'm doing great. I created it that way.
Yes, you did.
It'd be ironic if it wasn't, really.
And what an opening. That is so beautiful. All right, before we get into our exciting time together, I want to share that, with people who might not know about you, the few people, I want them to know about you, all the amazingness that you've created in your life. So let me share a little bit. Michael Lozier lives in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, on Canada's West Coast. Michael's been delivering online training, seminars, and workshops since 2008, when he partnered to create Teleclass International, a training company teaching coaches and trainers how to deliver online courses using accelerated learning techniques. After delivering over 700 hours of teleclasses and hundreds of one-on-one law of attraction coaching sessions, Michael combined his law of attraction teaching experience with his knowledge of NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. The end result in 2003 was a self-published book called The Law of Attraction, The Science of Attracting More of What You Want and Less of What You Don't Want. Yes, it's right over his shoulder. He's pointing it out. Yeah. Now, that book has sold almost 4 million copies and has been published in 37 languages around the world. He's also the author of The Law of Connection, the science of using NLP to create ideal personal and professional relationships and your life's purpose. Enjoying the international exposure of the movie The Secret brought the subject of law of attraction, which Michael was working on before that movie came out, into his world, and his business flourished. And many fans wondered, how can I apply the law of attraction? That's what makes Michael so unique. So he was quickly branded the how-to guy for teaching others how to apply the law of attraction. And he caught the attention of none other than Oprah Winfrey, who interviewed him 4 times on her Soul Series radio show on Sirius. That led to him enjoying a year-long run hosting his own radio show on Oprah and Friends Radio. Wow, Michael. So good.
And I'd be remiss to say, and I never had a business card in my entire career. I never had a business card. I never solicited. I never made a sales call, and I never made a pitch. And everybody has the same ability as I do and you do. But what sets you and I different, and we want everyone to do what we do, what makes us different, you're a good manifester. It's not that there's no good or bad. It's just how deliberate we are about the vibe that we're sending. And you and I are super deliberate. And the higher your vibe, that means the less negativity you have in your life, the higher your vibe, the faster you can attract things. So we manifest fast because I'm going to show you a picture, we mind our vibration. So imagine a cartoon of a bubble around a person, and that bubble is housing all their vibes. And right now you cannot not have one. Listen, if
Right.
you're ticked off and angry and disappointed, you're sending a negative vibe. You're not doing it on purpose. You don't say,
Right.
I'm ticked off, I better send a vibe that goes with it. You don't do that. But when you're celebrating your success, or you're telling your friends about a great story you had and your abundance, when you're having those stories and experiences, you are sending. And by sending, I don't mean putting it out, delivering it with your hands. You're easing it. You're emitting it.
Hmm.
I'm going to summarize
Yes.
it just in one quick sentence. Right
Yes.
now, you have either one of those vibes. There's not one in the middle. So right now, you're sending a negative vibe about something or anything or everything, and you can't hold two vibes at the same time. So right now, you have a positive or negative vibration. And the reason why we need to understand that is because there's an eavesdropper in the room. And the eavesdropper is law of attraction, and I can't prove it to anybody. Even if I could put it in a petri dish and show it to you, would you believe it then? Not really.
Right.
I know your
It's
life with your clients, they believe it when they what?
when they start to experience it and
Yeah.
they say, "Oh my gosh, Diane, I can't wait to talk to
You'll
you.
never
You are
guess
not."
what I just attract, and they go on, right? So I'm not here to prove it to anybody. It's not my job,
Right.
and I wouldn't know
I
how. I'm not
Well,
here to prove it.
I think your job, Michael, that you do so eloquently and beautifully and different, uniquely than anybody else, is the way you give every learner, every student, the way they learn, whether
Yeah,
it's kinesthetic or auditory or
yeah,
visual, how you give them the tools so they can understand it better.
right.
I haven't seen anybody teach it the way you have. And
Yeah.
I've seen a
Well,
lot.
you're just trying to duplicate what Oprah said.
Oh, is that what she said?
Oh yeah, you know what? At the end of each of my, my books are so deliberate. I have a formula for every book. Every book has worksheets, blank worksheets, completed worksheets. Every book has buttons in it. Every book has character development in it. There's nothing in me about all three of those books. There's hidden things about me. The chubby guy in the bathroom mirror in the Law of Attraction book, that's me. But you don't know my story with my books because it's not about my story. It's the how-to book. I'm just going to quickly pop up a little picture. Writing and teaching to all four learning styles. Some students need to hear it. Some students
Yes.
need to see it. Some students need to write it down, and other students need to think about it. So
Yes.
let's go back to the teacher that never left the desk and just was monotone. Some students,
Yes.
they were okay with that, and other students, because it wasn't their style. And then there's my style. You know what I'm on stage. I'm like a peacock in a Santa suit. You know, and people are answering every question. I'll say, so who here, how many? Two or three? Two? Show me. Okay. And the people are responding. Talk about accelerating the learning talk about the techniques to help accelerate their learning. Everybody leaves my workshop under so much so they could teach it on the way home, which are their workmates.
Yes. Yes, it's so true because listen, I've studied NLP as well. I'm certified in human interaction technology through Michael Burnoff, which is like NLP on steroids. I get this. And the way you use it all together, because you're also the fastest person who does emotion code work too. So you just keep piling it on, Michael.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow.
Well, honestly, I thought it was done. I thought
Yeah.
I had my career. I traveled the world 3 times. Listen, I would show up, and I'm celebrating the abundantness. I would show up in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, stay for 30 days, and never have to use my debit card for 30 days. And I'm
Oh my God.
staying at five. I'm being picked up. I'm being driven to seminars with 2,500 people. I was like the Britney Spears of Kuala Lumpur, like just massive numbers in those Southeast Asian cities, and they cherish education.
Yes.
My seminars were on a Saturday, and groups of workmates, we would call them, they would take their Saturday off to come do the training
Yeah.
for their work. Like they're so invested in education. But here's
They
my
are.
promise to you and our friends today. I'm
Yeah.
going to help everybody understand why they might be attracting some negative things. Okay, I
Okay.
know that you know that you are. Is it customers or clients, or is it a neighbor? Is it a kid? Is it your spouse? I'm going to have you understand why you might be attracting negative things. It's not a judgment. You don't have to be a negative person to attract negative things. You're going to learn that real quickly. Listen, I'm
Yeah.
not a negative person. I could attract negative things. Oprah wasn't negative. She attracted negative things. Why do
Mhm.
positive people attract negative things? In the next 2 minutes, stay tuned. We're going to get to that. So first,
Okay.
let's talk about law of attraction. I'm not going to try to prove it, but I will give everybody something to do today that they'll say, wow, since I heard that guy talking with Diane the other day, and I've been doing the 2 things that he said, boy, I'm having more coincidental moments. Matter of fact, Diane, give me a point, give yourself a point if you use, same with our friends listening, and maybe somebody watching can write them down. I'm going to mention 6 expressions. You tell me if you've ever used them. Give yourself a point, same with our friends at home. Here's the first one,
Okay.
coincidence. Yeah.
Hmm.
Give yourself a point. Next one, synchronicity. Have you used that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
How
mean,
about,
I don't use these anymore, but I have, of
yeah, for
course.
sure. Yeah. The next one could be serendipity. The next one could be karma. The next one would be fate. Oh, there's way more. Out of the blue, everything fell into place. Good luck, bad luck. You know, we use these words, and we would use them to describe. Wait for it. These words are describing evidence of law of attraction. So when I
Yes.
say, "Hey, Diana, I was just thinking about you," I could say, "This is so law of attraction because I just gave you attention, energy, and focus." But we
Yeah.
have a word that they're all under the same umbrella: synchronicity, serendipity, fate, karma. So if you're listening and you've used any of those even once, here's the good news: you're already experiencing law of attraction. And I'm going to
Yes.
teach you today how to be deliberate, because law of attraction, well, here's the definition for law of attraction. I'm going to show it to you. If you're taking notes, it'd be really helpful. Again, my goal is to train your brain so much so you can teach everybody in your life. Draw a circle the size of the golf ball, and this is the definition for law of attraction: matches vibrations, positive or negative. That's it. The entire job description is matches vibrations, whether positive or negative.
Yeah.
So it's energy
Matches my.
around us,
Hmm.
and that's its
Right.
job. It's not very
Yeah.
smart. It doesn't know
Mhm.
whether it's good or bad for us, or whether we want it or don't want it, or whether we have it or don't have it, or whether it doesn't know. But so you're going to be law of attraction. Now, right now, well, I'm going to show you another picture. Imagine a cartoon person with a bubble around them, like hula hoops, and that bubble is actually their vibrational bubble. And this is
Yes.
the vibe that this person's sending out. Law of attraction is eavesdropping. That means checking in on, spying on, responding to what's in your vibrational bubble.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I have to interject because I have to tell you 2 law of attraction stories that happened to me this weekend. On Friday night, I was on the phone. I was having a virtual happy hour with a girlfriend. Oh my God, we were having the best conversation. And I said to her, I really want to find a stylist. Like, I want to look good. I just don't have the time or the interest or the bandwidth to go out and do it. I just want to find somebody really good. And she said, "Well, I can help you with that because she's amazing branding photographer and she's just awesome." So she said, "I can give you some tips for that." So that was on Friday night. On Saturday morning at 9 a.m., I had a call with a prospective client who wants me to hire me as her coach to help her build her business. Guess what? She's a stylist. So less than 12 hours later,
Yeah,
this amazing stylist dropped into my life. Amazing.
that's right. So when we said it was such a coincidence, it was because it was evidence. So
Yes.
again, when you were giving attention through the conversation, you were just talking about it. But when
Yep.
you were talking about it, you were giving it your attention. And when we give anything attention, it causes us to send the vibration of what I'm giving attention to. So if I'm angry about something, I'm giving attention to the anger. If I'm celebrating my success, I'm giving attention to that success. If I'm celebrating anything or complaining about anything, that's the vibration that I'm sending about it. So now, cue to you listening, not you other people, that said,
Yes.
oh, our business friends, maybe first thing in the morning, they get a counseling client and they say, oh, I hate when a client cancels. And now they called their 10 friends and say, don't you hate when clients cancel? Well, law of attraction is eavesdropping on the conversation that you're having to your friends about the cancellation. And it's not smart. It's obedient.
Yes.
And as it's eavesdropping inside our vibrational bubble, and it's catching us remembering, pretending, observing, listening, watching. Law of attraction doesn't know what we're doing. It's responding to how we feel about what we're doing.
Yes.
Say
How you're feeling about it, and that's putting out the vibration. So
right.
Even when I said that to her, it wasn't lack thinking. It was a desire that I had, and I knew what I wanted and why I wanted, and I was not at all attached to the how. I just put it out there, right? And wham!
Yes.
That's because Michael, is law of attraction is immediate and instantaneous. It's so attached.
We don't want it to be instant and spontaneous because we couldn't have a negative thought about anything. I hope you get hit by a car. No, we don't want that. Here's why you got that so fast.
Yes. Tell me why.
The speed at which law of attraction delivered what you included in your vibration was equal to how much doubt you had in receiving it. And you had none.
I had none.
That's right. So let's help our friends out. Can everybody think of a time when that you really, really, really wanted something and you how come I can't, and it never showed up? And in hindsight, you would say, you know what? I really doubted it. So your doubt, not you, everybody, your doubt is diluting your desire. So on one hand, in my seminar, I would stand up and I'd raise my right hand with my palm up. I would say, on one hand, I have a strong desire. I want to attract this, this, and this. I got excited about it. I did a collage. I did a dream board. I've been telling everybody. I've been thinking about it. I've been daydreaming. I've been putting it in a pink bubble. My desire, on a scale of 1 to 10, my desire is a 10. And then I raise my left hand and say, but I have a little bit of doubt in my head. And my doubt says, well, you can't have that. Who do you think you are? Diane's the best. She has 10. You'll never even get 9. On and on and on. And all that doubt is what kind of vibration? It's a negative. Vibration. So -1 to so now I've got lots of doubt about it. So my doubt's a -10. My desire's a +10. Marry the two together. Now you've got 0. So do I need, it's the question, everybody, listen. Do I need to desire more or doubt less?
Right. So how do you do that, Michael?
Well, well, with law of attraction, it's a 3-step formula. That's in my book I write about. The first step is, what do you want, right? You got to know what you order. You don't call the pizza people and tell them all the things you don't want. I mean, if you don't go to Amazon and type in what you don't want. You don't go to Google and type in what you don't want. So even before, imagine law of attraction is an order desk, and you gotta place the order. So what do? So, you know, if a bunch of our friends were getting together and we needed to order a pizza and everybody says, oh, that's going to take forever for us to figure it out. And someone says, oh, Michael Logia will figure it out in 10 seconds. So how can I figure out the ideal pizza when there's 7 people in the room? The best way to know what they do want is to know what they don't want.
Yes.
So, no, Diane, no anchovies and no onions, no pork. Okay. How about boom, 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 boom? You know what everybody says? Yes, that would be perfect. I couldn't birth the clarity until I observed what I didn't like. So we're doing that when we're going to the buffet. So that's too spicy. We say, I'm going to use that information to say I like something less spicy. So let's go back. We all got together. We built a list of what we wanted on the pizza. Everybody agreed to it because their stuff wasn't on it that they didn't like. Point number 1, know what you don't want to birth what you do want. Now I got the list on my desk and someone says, when did that pizza come in? I said, oh, we haven't ordered it. Step number 1 is decide what you want. Remember, we're preparing the order for law of attraction. We're preparing the order. So I said, oh, we have not ordered it yet. You didn't say to order it. My job was step 1. My job was to build the list of what we want. Here it is right here. I'm holding it in my hand. So in the pizza world, How do you give it attention? Step 2 in law of attraction says you got to give it attention. Remember the vibrational bubble guy? You've got to give attention to your new desire. So when law of attraction is eavesdropping on your vibration, it caught you sending the vibration of something that you want. So step 1, here's what I want in the pizza. Step 2, with pizza, you call them up. You don't call them up and tell them what you don't want. You say, hey, I'd like to order this size pizza, this kind of crust, this kind of toppings, and this size. And then we say, thank you. And we have such a knowingness that that manager in the kitchen and the managers of the that everything is going to be orchestrated so we can wait for it, so we can allow the driver in. Step 3 with law of attraction is allow it. Just like when you ordered the pizza, you've got to allow it in. Step 1, what do you want? Step 2, place the order. Step 3, we're good when it comes to pizza, right? Allowing it in. Some of us are running out to the driveway to greet the pizza delivery person. Talk about allow them in. We'll drag you in. So pizza, yes. Food delivery, groceries, boy, we're good. Step 1, here's what I want. Place the order, allow them in. Law of attraction. Here's what I want. Although some people talk about what they don't want. I'm going to place the order. The order placer, everybody hear this, the order desk for law of attraction is your bubble. Whatever you are including in your vibration has just placed the order. Whatever you give your attention, energy, and focus to places the order. And then some people said, I've been wanting money for a long time. And I would say the speed at which you attract what you want isn't determined by how much you want it, because we'd have everything, wouldn't we? We'd have everything we ever wanted. That doesn't determine, and it also not determine how big your macaroni collage is. Oh, my collage is 7, doesn't matter how big it is. That doesn't determine manifestation. So if you've put it out there, you're not receiving it, there's negative vibration that's blocking the delivery of that. A lot of that's caused by your doubt. Doubt impedes and slows down manifestation, period.
Yes. That's so good that you made it so simple for people to understand. Like, I'll never forget that metaphor and that analogy of ordering a pizza from now on. Like, because I know this, Michael, I mean, I get it, but of course there's things that I block myself from, right? Of course. Otherwise I would have every single thing that I want. Yeah. So I loved how you said that and how the group was deciding what they didn't and got really specific. So for those of you out there that are looking for, say you're looking for a relationship, I work with a lot of clients who are looking for love, right? Yeah. And they always focus on what they don't want, and they don't get to the specificity of what they do want.
That's right.
And then,
no, I love that. Because I'll say, what do you want in a relationship? I don't want a smoker. Right. I don't want someone that doesn't have any money. I don't want someone that lives with their mother. Oh, I don't want a drinker. You know what? Yeah. Every time you use the don't, not, and no, if you're listening and you're not driving the car, draw a circle on your pad of paper, write the words don't, not, and no in the golf ball size circle, draw a line through it. These are the most 3 important things you're going to learn words today. Whenever we talk about what we don't want, we just gave it attention. And when you give anything attention, it gets included in your vibration. And when anything is included in your vibration, the law of attraction will unfold and orchestrate it and bring you what you gave attention because of your words. What does that mean? After today's show, go to Google and type in no pink elephants. You know what Google will show you? Wait for it. 8,921 videos and articles and pictures and GIFs on pink elephants. You see, Google also takes away the words don't, not, and no and brings you what you said you didn't want. Type in no pineapple. See, you're not sure, type in no sex and see what shows up. Google says, strips of the way the don't, not, and no. So when you say, I don't want my clients to cancel, I don't want to date anybody that doesn't have a job. Whenever you say what you don't want, you just included it.
Right. Even as simple as don't forget to, shut off the coffee maker. No, please remember to turn off the coffee maker. Right.
I'm not a parent, but I sympathize with moms. But once you learn it, I'm going to tell you how to reset it. Imagine the mom saying, don't spill your milk. Don't beat up your brother. Don't leave your dirty clothes. Don't leave your toys. Don't talk back to your mother. Every time they use the word don't, not, and no, here's everyone's homework, because you're all going to catch yourself saying the word don't, not, and no. But you can reset those words with this question, and Diana's going to read it for us.
So what do I want?
So what do I want? Diane, let's practice that. Don't forget. And then I hear the voice say, so what do I want?
So what do I want? To remember.
That's right. How about this? How about people checking their emails? Don't hesitate to contact me. So what do I want?
Please contact me.
Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes to convert it, right? But once you convert it once, you said, oh, so instead of saying don't hesitate, from now I'm going to say contact me within the next couple of days. How about this one? You will not be disappointed. Ooh. So what do I want to
say? You'll be so pleased.
You're going to be so thrilled. It's not a scam. Oh, did anybody hear scam? It's like, well, I didn't think it was a scam until you brought it up.
Yeah.
Don't delete this email. Whenever you use the word don't, not, you just gave it attention. Go ahead.
I promise I will not let you down.
That's right. You will not be disappointed. Here's my favorite one. Don't be ashamed. Well, I wasn't until you brought it up. No, you're not fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, burn this image. If you're looking at the video, or you draw it on your page with a circle with the word don't, not, and no, with that international do not use sign, burn that image, because my job today is to brainwash you. My job is to wash your brain of the words that are causing you to attract negative things. And you are going to use them. But every time you use them, I'm going to do this on purpose, you cannot not hear my voice say, Diane, say it when you say it.
So what do I want?
That's right. And when you say, so what do I want, it actually changes what you give attention to. Read this sentence, Diane.
Changing your vibe changes your results. I know that.
That is the guarantee of law of attraction. And law of attraction doesn't have a memory. It doesn't know that you were having bad boyfriends or girlfriends or customers and clients or sales or job interview. It doesn't know about the history. As soon as you change your vibration around that with your stories and your words, now you're offering a new vibration. Law of attraction said, let's go back to her old files and see what she was sending. No, the point of power is right now. It doesn't matter what it used to be. Right now is the point of attraction. So watch your words. They're shaping your world.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. We did a 6-part video series, Change Your Language, Change Your Life. And that's why I love your work so much. What I want, that is like a great segue, because some of the other work that you started doing was emotion code work. Yeah. Because while people can consciously, remember not to use those words, like the don't, not, no, and that how important language is, there's a little bit or a lot of it of what holds them back based on trapped emotion. Don't you agree that there's that aspect of it too? Yeah.
Well, there's lots of old experiences that we've had. Everybody has them. There's no one that doesn't have an experience that they remember that is creating problem. And I don't mean massive. It could be massive. It's like, no, you know what? I don't like to go on stage. I was humiliated once, in other words. So it could be something like that, or it could be something that was very internal, but that memory isn't in your head. It's an energy. It's an old unprocessed emotion. It's an emotion that you had during that humiliation or that embarrassment or whatever it was when you had that negative experience. That old emotion is still within you, and it's steering and guiding all of your decisions. You know, when people talk about having triggers, it's like, oh my God, I ever get flared up real easily. Well, that flaring up is one emotion, and it's like a pimple. And it is literally trying to escape this anger, for example. And this anger and anger and anger. And it's unprocessed. It's a trapped emotion. It's like this. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here.
Okay. Wow. Wait. I want everyone to really stop for a second and take that in, because what you just said is so big. That quote unquote trigger is one emotion. One. and it's like a pimple trying to get
Same one.
out.
Every time that you got ticked off at your spouse that you knew it had nothing to do with them, it would, it's
Yes.
like your first spouse or your first girlfriend used to do it and drove you crazy, and that you still have, and now that ticks you off with everything, and it's
Oh my
one
gosh.
emotion. Now, I'm able to delete it for you.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, I can
Yes,
delete
you
it
are.
for you. So I have a unique ability to connect with your subconscious mind. Imagine like it's a Wi-Fi. Remember the days
Yeah.
of AOL, we'd have to dial up to connect? Well, and also the expression when people say, we're all connected, we're all one. Well,
Yeah.
we're all connectable. It's different than we're all connected. This is my interpretation. In other
Yeah.
words, I can't connect to everybody on the street or my family, but I'm able to connect with them. Just like if I went to your place, Diane, I said, "Oh, I see you got Wi-Fi. It's called Manifestations, the account." I figured that out, Captain Obvious. My Wi-Fi is called Attraction. So when my friends come and said, "Okay, I figured your account out. What's your password?" My point that I'm telling you is they're able to connect to my Wi-Fi. They're connectable, but they're not connected until I give them the password. So
Yes.
when I work with people one-on-one, they are giving me the permission. So pretend there's a vibrational Wi-Fi. I'm going to connect to your brain, and your brain has stored, your subconscious mind stored everything you touched and eat it and smell. You know how we smell something and said, "Oh my God, I haven't smelled that in about 45 years." Or I remember recently I smelled coconut oil from the time when I was 19 years old in Acapulco. It brought back that memory. Everything is stored. Right? It's like a big C drive. I have the ability, imagine all files. I have the ability to go through the files and say, is the problem of this person's anxiousness? I can ask that question. Is it this file? No, this one, this one. So I'm sifting through files. This chart is the file, and I'm using muscle testing. Your brain, when we did our session, your brain was telling my brain that was telling my fingers that my fingers get locked in when I hit the right emotion.
Yeah.
I'm not guessing. I don't have psychic power. I'm going to show you the word. Say it when you see it.
Proxy.
Proxy. Just like if I was going to vote on your behalf, I said, "Hey, Michael, can you vote? I'm not going to be at the meeting." You could say, "Michael, can you do this for me?" Because that's what I do, right? I can identify the emotion. And in order to delete the emotion, you need to know the name. Your brain will tell me the name. So now I have it. And just like if I went into your computer and I said, "Hey, Diane, I found the bug in your computer. It's one of those viruses," right? You asked me to be your proxy, go into the computer. What do you want me to do with it? You're going to say what?
Delete it.
If I'm
Delete it.
delete the bug from your computer, I don't want it to take it on mine. So what am I going to delete it with? A magnet. So the magnet is the only thing that deletes the energy. And because the source of connection is I do this in Clubhouse, but I don't explain all this because it's weird enough to mention seeing it. But the source of connection is my forehead. That's where I take information. So I take the magnet and I'm doing this. I'm making sure that I don't take on the emotion. And this is the only thing that deletes it. And within probably four or five swipes like this, and the person can feel the relief of this unprocessed baseball-sized emotion, period.
Yes. I will tell you that I worked with everybody listening to this, and Coach Ron, I see your question. I'll get to that in 1 second. That Michael and I, when we first connected on the phone, he said, "You want to play? You want to do something?" And I said, "Sure." And, he asked me for like a bugaboo food, and I really don't have one. My thing was, well, too much. And he instantly was able to break down like exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. He was clearing this energy and these blocks and these things. And one of the other things he did was, I said, well, I have this, big, huge vision for what I'm building with I Have Today. And I feel like it's, too much for me. And who do I think I am building this, major network and doing all the things. And you and I worked together, Michael. I mean, in just a few minutes, he went in and he found the emotions. And the key emotions were, I think the first one of them was shame. I'm trying to remember what they were, but that was a few weeks ago. You guys, what has happened for me. Let me just tell you, because I wanted to wait till Michael was on the show to tell him this.
So let's preface this. When the vibration changes, the results change.
Your
Go ahead,
results
caller.
change. It was what has come to me, let me tell you, and I know your 3 steps are to know what you want, give it attention, and then allow it. This is so true for all of this. So I very much knew what I wanted, right? And that was a little bit of a process of not knowing what I wanted to watch. Oh, good. You've got releasingnegativeemotions.com
Yep.
in the Facebook chat.
Yep.
Cherry, will you please create that URL and put that banner up here as well? Because you guys want to work. You want to work with Michael on this, because if you're not attracting the things that you want, oh, there we go. There, that's beautiful. If you're not attracting what it is you want, I promise you, this work will be like that missing piece to change this for you. So,
and some people even know the problem. They might say, "Listen, I'm too scared to return a phone call," or
Yes.
I dread networking." You know, these are all caused by old experiences, and that emotion's blocking you from stopping you from thriving. Everything should be, you said it, it should be effortless and easy. And when it's not, there's an energy that's creating the blockage. So whether it's a mental one, you're procrastinating, you have low self-esteem, you got negative self-talk, you have anxiety, or whether it's physical. You know, I'm annoyed because my back hurts. People that can't move, you know, I'm on Clubhouse. I've done 1,330 sessions in Clubhouse. That means 1,300 people. I have a logbook this thick, and I've got an extreme success rate. Some weeks I'm working with people's chronic pain in their body that couldn't lift their arms or couldn't turn their neck to the left and right. So imagine 2 baseball-sized energy emotions that you can't see on an x-ray. You ever go to the doctor and with a sore neck and they look at the x-ray and say, there's nothing wrong? It's like, I can't move my neck. And then they give us medication, and the medication quiets the emotion, but it's still there. So 2 baseball-sized emotions, no wonder I can't move my neck. But as soon as they're removed, then it's like, they're not in the way anymore. So go ahead with your story. You've got great results.
Amazing results. The stuff that's flowing to me is insane. Like, it's not insane. It's so fantastic. But I'm literally just receiving huge, as people would call it and label it. I'm choosing not to do that anymore. I'm choosing to just, it is what it is, right? That's relative term. But in money, in relationships, in business success, in clients coming in my health and wellness, it's showing up everywhere. And I'm just sitting here in glorious awe and delight. I would say that's the word I want to use. It's so delightful. So thank you so much for gifting me that.
Well, listen, your doubt about your attractability is 0. That's why you're attracting. So if you're taking notes, everybody, I'm a maker-upper of words. So attractability means my ability to attract. So when people use no, it's not going to work for me. It never works for me. So in other words, that's your ability to attract. So once you start proving, because you asked what gets rid of doubt, I'm going to give it away. Proof gets rid of doubt.
Proof.
Once you start, here's proof here. Here's proof here. Wow, here's a phone call. Here's a networking client I just met. Here's a hit from my website here's my big ideal client. Wow, it's everywhere. And that's everywhere. And that's the zone you're at now, because you're looking at everything and saying, you're not using these words, but this is what I do. This is here because of me. That's here because of me. That's here because of me. There's nothing outside doing it to you or for you. You're here because of me. And that's because of me. And even if it's big and ugly, you still have to say that's because of me.
Yes. And I want to make a point with a story, quick story. Yes, so true. And then what you said is, decide what you want, that order desk there, give it attention, right? Place the order and then allow it. And then I want to add something that I do on top of that. And you probably agree with this. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs. And you get an idea.
Yeah.
If you get an idea in your head, you get the hit to text somebody, text them. If
Yeah.
you want to, there's something that you want to go and do it. So Saturday morning, so after the stylist popped into my life, like Saturday morning, I made an appointment for Monday to go get a mani and pedi. And I thought to myself, I want to paint my toenails red. I haven't had red toenails in years, but I just got this feeling. I was like, God, I really want to do that. And I was thinking to myself, what was that OPI color? It was like the perfect red color that I love so much. I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm not kidding you, Michael. Less than 3 hours later, I went to Nordstrom Rack, to a store I've never been to before. I wanted to go there shopping because I'm speaking at an event. I have a few things coming up. I just want to go shopping. I walk in the store and I walked past I'm in the beauty section and there's this whole rack of nail polishes. There's one bottle of red nail polish. And I was like, oh my God. I pick it up and it's called Big Apple Red. And I was like, oh my God, that's the name of it. Right there. And I should have videotaped it because for the proof of it, not that I need the validation, but I just went, God, my
it's nice to have stories, but I know everybody has had that experience, and I want everyone to own it instead of saying, oh, look what the universe brought me. Well, the universe only delivered what you gave attention to. It's not doing it to you or for you. You're not the universe's favorite person.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yes.
The universe doesn't hate you and it doesn't love you. It's matching you. Oh, the universe is testing me. The universe is not in the business of testing anybody.
Right.
Oh, the universe is sending me messages. The universe isn't a message sender. It's a matcher.
Yeah.
Oh, the universe will decide what's good for me. The universe isn't a decider. It's a matcher. And this is where you and I, we take full responsibility. Even if we attract something that we don't like, here's the real question. What was I giving attention to that caused me to send the vibration that caused me to attract that?
Right. That is always the question. That's always the question.
And it's okay to get ticked off and angry, by the way, but just do it briefly. You have a 1 or 2 minutes, get it done, reset your vibe. Because if you don't get that anger, you know what happens? Then the emotion gets unprocessed. So get angry, break dishes, kick the can, whatever. Just say, because you ever notice when you do that, you'll say, okay, good, I got that off my system. So get it out of your system, because if you don't, it's going to be one of these buggers on the chart.
Yes. And you're going to have to work with Michael to clear those emotions. So feel it, like Michael Singer said in The Untethered Soul, just sort of let it go, feel the emotion and process it, whether it's anger, frustration, sadness, fear, whatever the emotion is. So, okay. 2 quick things before we go. One of the things that I ask all my guests is we want to know how you live the I Have Today way, which is intentionally. And would you mind stating your statement with the opening words of I have today too?
Okay. I have today to reset my vibe around anything that I'm observing that doesn't bring me joy, because that's the purpose of my life. And if it doesn't bring me joy, then I reset my vibe. So I have today to start that every day, over and over again.
Beautiful. I want everyone to do that, please. Oh my gosh, that was wonderful. So wonderful. All right, Michael. Obviously, I want everyone to get your books. Let's put that link up for releasing negative emotions again.
I'm going to follow the conversation on Facebook. So if somebody wants to tag me, and I'll reply to them. And
yes.
My hunch is we met our goal today. Well, my goal was to brainwash the audience. And by brainwash, I mean by helping them remove and delete and eliminate the words don't, not, and no. And every time they use them, they cannot not hear my voice say, so what do you want? I'll be in your head for the next few days. But maybe by day 2 or day 3, you're going to be about to say, don't forget. And you're going to say, remember.
Yes.
And that's when you've graduated. When you catch it, it's okay to say it out, but when you're about to say it and you convert it, hold your head up high and acknowledge yourself. Thinking, I caught that one. Good. And that means you're training your vocabulary and your brain. And before you know it, the dominant style of yours will be always to talk about what you do want and you'll catch yourself real loudly when you use the word don't, not, and no in the future.
That's so powerful. And Michael actually has those buttons available. So we have a link up for that at michaellozier.com/buttons. So he's got the beautiful buttons available for you. So the reminders are going to be around you all the time. Now, one final thing I wanted to say just quickly, Michael, is Coach Ron said, what about taking that emotion and waiting 3 days and doing nothing?
Yes.
And go ahead. What would your take be on that?
Well, the longer so there's no judgment about having those emotions or vibration, but the longer that you have it, the longer you send it. And the more you send it, the more opportunities are there for law of attraction to respond to it.
Yeah.
And most people are holding on to vibrations for a long time, negative ones. And you can tell by the results that you're getting. Just one real quick thing about the buttons. These are free. There's 10 of them. And I put mine on a little foam core, but they're in my office and I wrote them. You think they're important to notice? So I would upload them to, or download them to your desktop, and then I upload them to a photo lab, and they come off as a 4x6 photo, like for 6 cents each. Look at these valuable messages that you can get. So and print off a couple sets, because you're going to want to enroll. You're going to want to brainwash everybody in your life. How's that?
They're so good, and I'm definitely getting them too. I am. Thank you so much, Michael. I loved playing with you today. I loved that you set the intention and you achieved your goal. You have definitely brainwashed me and our audience, and I'm so grateful to have you in my world. And I'm going to continue to follow you and share you and refer you to everybody I know, because your work is just so wonderful. So thank you so much.
Hear from you again.
Oh yes, Will I want to play with you some more. I think there's a lot of great things.
Pace and install and embedded command and all of that. My hunch is I'll hear from you soon.
You will. You will.
Okay, thanks everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, Michael. All right, have a beautiful today. Thanks. So good. I see Wendy's here too and saying thank you. Powerful, powerful work. So the way he explains it is just extraordinary. All right, we only have a couple minutes left. So what I want to do with our remaining time is, obviously I want you to get Michael's books, get his buttons. He's going to be back here in Facebook. So if you are catching the replay of this show, wherever you're catching it, go to I Have Today with Diane Forster on Facebook, because the episode is here, and in the comments section, Michael's going to be monitoring that, and he's going to be there to answer your questions and provide more resources for you. So we'll also have the links of everything for him in the description wherever this episode is showing up. So just to let you know that. And so use that. And then also, one of the things that I did is I created a program for you called the Mindset and Manifestation Challenge, where I talk a lot about what Michael talked about today in a little different way. How you can do it yourself in a way, discover where these limiting beliefs and these mental blocks came from, because you know where they are. Those files are in there and you can draw on them. And then I do a lot of reframing in there as well, like Michael did. So how you can start creating more awareness about this, and then how to create new empowering language, emotions, actions in your life. And one of the things that I do at the end of this is I share a process for you. So, when you spiral down in negative thinking, right? And you go down that rabbit hole, and that makes you start attracting more and more. This will spiral you up in positive thinking. It's super fun and easy to do. So you can go from any negative emotional state to positive in about 20 seconds. So that is at mindsetandmanifestationchallenge.com. mindsetandmanifestationchallenge.com. So, all right. Well, with our last couple of minutes remaining, I want to do a very quick mantra meditation, and it has to be quick because we are almost out of time. I just didn't want Michael to go. So what I want you to do, obviously, if you're driving, you can't close your eyes, but you can tune in and listen and feel the vibration, which we've been talking about this entire episode, of what these words are. And I'm just going to ask you everybody to just close your eyes. We're only going to do one breath today because of the brevity of the time that we have left. So stop for a second, breathe in close your eyes, Breathe in for 4 seconds. And then I want you to hold it for 8 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then blow it out for 8 like you're blowing out birthday candles. Hard. Get it all the air out. That's how you release emotions, by the way. Now listen to my words. I have today to love my life. Something really good is going to happen to me today. I can feel it. Miracles, big and small. I notice them all. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I have today to be a student of Michael Losier's work and be a student of understanding the law of attraction and how it applies to my life, how I can now apply what I learned today and change some of those habits and routines. Stop doing the things that were blocking it, like using the words don't, not, and no. Understanding the vibrational bubble that I'm in. Understand that I am the one responsible that's always, always, always attracting what's in my life. Taking a little bit of ownership of that. And then reframing and go, so what do I want? And then using this in practicality to understand that the doubt and the desire and the doubt are both here at the same time. Where on the scale are those things? Doubt is going to be a word that I remove from my vocabulary. It's going to be an emotion that I release and let go of because I'm only going to come from a place of desire and determination. Desire and determination. That's going to be it. I get to want what I want because I want it. I'm going to put my order in, and then I'm going to allow myself to give it attention, and then I'm going to allow myself to receive it. It couldn't be any simpler than that. It's not any of those things like coincidence or serendipity or what are the odds or any of that. No, I am the one in the power, and I get to make the decision and desire what I want, and then take that action and allow it and receive it. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much for being here today. Please follow me on all social media at Diane Forster Official. Make this appointment television every Monday at 11:03 a.m. Pacific. There's going to be all show notes where you can find this show. We are on the E360 TV network, my YouTube channel and Facebook page. I Have Today with Diane Forster live. Thank you to those who are here live today and those of you catching the replay, wherever you're catching it, and even the podcast. I send you so much love and light. I wish you a beautiful today, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.